And welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be doing the 2018 governor's election for, there are going to be 36 governor seats contested. So, this has gotten closer, the race. Before I had Republicans sweeping with getting a lot of swing elections, but now I think it's gonna narrow. So it might be surprising to you what I do, but there's reasoning. So let's start off with some safe states. I think that all of the states in the Midwest will be safe, except for Kansas, because I don't really understand how all these really predominantly Republican states go to Democrats, so it would make more sense for Republicans to get it. So I think the South, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, all those states would go. And California, I'm leaving as a toss-up. And Oregon, surprising. Like, Hawaii is safe. New York is not safe. But I think that Illinois is safe. Illinois is safe. And New Mexico is safe. So we have 10 Democrats and 17 Republicans. Now let's get into some likely states. So I see Kansas as being likely, even though I was leaning in like that. It's gonna get better and better for the Republican candidates, and it's a Midwestern state. You can't really flip it for a Democrat or an independent. And Alaska, that one's gonna go likely. And Bill Walker is very popular, and it is also a predominantly Republican state. And I forgot to give Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, and Maryland safely to the Republicans. They've been leading there in polling consistently over the 15% margin. So I don't understand when people say that Maryland's going to be likely. Larry Hogan has a higher spread, and Ben Jealous is pretty much a progressive type Sanders person. So, Larry Hogan is a liberal Republican, and he kind of splits the party. Most of the Democratic Party would vote for Larry Hogan over Ben Jealous. That's not even including independents and Republicans. So I can see this going into the safe column. And Colorado is likely Arizona is also likely for the Republicans. Doug Ducey's got a big lead now, and there's nothing else to see than the big leads in polling numbers. So Doug Ducey's gonna probably win. And in Colorado, this one used to be one of those toss-ups, but the effects of the blue wave have made Colorado a pretty safe Democratic state. And now the governor's race is pretty uncontested, combined with polling and how the districts are going now. Colorado is going to have majority Democratic districts if they play their cards right. It's probably going to go to them. And I think that California can be put maybe in the likely state. But California is a likely state. I never realized this actually, but the race is actually closer than people expect. A new poll came out with the Democratic governor leading by 12%. and it's kind of consistent, that lead. So I could see California getting even more narrow and narrower and narrower by the time of election day. But it won't flip. But that's really bizarre that in a blue wave year, California and Colorado are the same level, are the most likely states in the governor election. It's kind of surprising. And now we have some other likely states, Minnesota and Michigan. No, I don't think the Republicans have a chance of really winning here. And if they do, it's slim. The polling has been really out of their favor. The name recognition for them, and even when there are incumbent governors in the states, they're not popular. So it doesn't help. And because of all this blue wave, it's gonna go to the Democrats by a likely margin. And the same thing with New York. New York is also surprising. I think that the Green Party candidate is the very own founder of the Green Party is probably gonna get a lot of those votes that he got from the former lieutenant governor when he won it. He's known across the states, and I think that all of the Cynthia Nixon voters will come out to vote for him. And I think that some Republican voters and some Cuomo voters can go out, pretty much splitting the votes. And maybe by the end of election day, the Green Party can win here. But for now, New York is likely for the Democrats. And now we have also a few other likely states. So Rhode Island and Connecticut are likely. They're not flipping. There was a chance they were flipping, but now with all the blue wave and Trump losing approval rating here and everything like that, he's not gonna lose. The Connecticut Governor Daniel Malloy is not running for re-election, which is good for the Democrats because now they have a fresh new face and Republicans would not come up as much to vote against him. The same thing as Democrats. And now I see leaning states. So all of these states, I think, will be leaning states, except for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is also likely. You could probably see why. I'm not going to really talk about that. Tom Wolf's pretty popular, and it's not going to flip, especially in the blue wave year. So now we have the leaning states. So I see Nevada as a leaning for the Republicans because of the new polls that came out from NBC Valley News and from Emerson. He's had two polls that are not that beneficial to the president going to the Republicans. So I think because this, Nevada goes, and now Sisolak's been gaining momentum, and I think he'll win at the end of the day. And Oregon is a leading state. I think that this one will narrow down and become a tilt state soon, but Cloud Research came out with a poll, even though it's a very Republican poll. They said that Democratic candidate is leading +4, and even though there are Republican bias, it's kind of odd because they had the Republican at a tie or a lead, and Maine is also going to be leaning states because the incumbent governor is not running, so the Democrats will probably win here. And Trump isn't campaigning here as much as people expected, so it's kind of it's kind of in the Democrats' favor, and I think that these are going to be the closest races: Wisconsin, Iowa, Ohio, Georgia, and Florida. All of these are swing states in elections, and I think all of these will be tilts. So as of today, Wisconsin tilts for the Democrats because Scott Walker is pretty popular now, and the blue wave doesn't help him at all. If he was popular, he could still win here, and he still is somewhat popular. He could still get out the base, and he could still win here. But as of today, he probably won't. And the same thing with Florida. Andrew Gillum is gonna win here. I thought at the start Andrew Gillum was gonna lose by an enormous margin, because a lot of socialist ideas weren't the type that could appeal to Florida voters. But Andrew Gillum was able to play his cards right, and now he's leading in polls consistently, and he has an enormous base, getting a lot of donations, and now they don't know as much of the Republican candidates. But if Rick Scott ran, I could guarantee you that Florida would be red. But a lot of Rick Scott voters are now voting for Andrew Gillum. That would be the only thing that I could see happening. And now, I also think that Ohio will tilt, and the Democrats calm. This is going to be the closest, I think. I could totally see this flipping. I just think because of the blue wave here, and because of Sherrod Brown. If Sherrod Brown wasn't running, if he hadn't had the race, then Ohio would go to the Republicans. But since Sherrod Brown's on the ballot as well in Ohio, they might as well vote for the Democratic candidates, which is bad because not a lot of people are coming out for the Republican candidate, Gubernatorial. So I think that Ohio can tilt in their column, and Iowa and Georgia. I think these two will both go to the Republicans. Let me explain. So Iowa is getting narrower in polls, and since Iowa, Trump is going to start campaigning here. He actually did campaign here. He's going to get all of the voters out, and since there isn't any Senate race that would have been affected here, but there is House races, it's going to be pretty split, half and half. The main thing is going to be who could vote in district that's not close at all, and that would make Iowa a Republican state because Trump is energizing them, and it's his base, and even though a lot of them were Democrats, now Republicans are going to stay, and they don't want anything to happen in their state that under Democratic influence. So I think that Iowa will pretty much stay as a tilt. And Georgia, people are accusing the runner Brian Kemp of not letting black voters a voter ID. So I think that if this is correct, which I think it is, if he keeps on doing this, he could probably win, but he might get impeached for this if he wins. But even if this isn't true, he's still leading in polls, and Stacey Abrams was leading a lot of polls. People were excited to vote for a Georgian black woman, but now Brian Kemp has just gotten the same kinds of leads that Stacey Abrams got, so I think it's going to tilt in the Republicans' favor. So this is the final electoral map. 23 for the Democrats and 27 for the Republicans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.